the chosen one, from poverty to luxury. It begins now. This is no coincidence. It's a heavenly alignment. If you're seeing this, you're on the verge of witnessing a momentous shift. Even your future self will. Thank you. The days of survival are past. The days of barely scraping by, of yearning for crumbs, of enduring mediocrity, they have been numbered and sealed behind you. The spirit of scarcity that formerly pervaded your existence is lifting. You're entering a new chapter, a fresh flow, and a new frequency. A heavenly declaration has been sent out. Luxury is become the language of your existence. But let us be clear. This isn't about materialistic pursuit of prestige. This is about divine restoration. This is about being lifted to an atmosphere that reflects your inner royalty. You have always had a deep spirit. You've always exuded depth, brightness, and unparalleled light. Now, the world around you will begin to mirror what has always been true inside you. This is the divine law. The internal changes first, and the outward must react. That is exactly what is occurring right now. Before we proceed, make sure you watch this video till the finish. These words bring something wonderful into your life. Send your fondest wishes. Also, leave 777 comments to stimulate your vision and ignite the universe's reaction. Allow your aspirations to manifest into reality. Let this video serve as your confirmation. Now, choose one like this video. If you have not already done so, subscribe to the channel. Let us proceed. You may not even recognize how much shortage has influenced your outlook. How frequently have you settled? How many times have you given up before trying? How many times have you prepared yourself for disappointment because you were so accustomed to hearing no? But here's what you should know. That attitude is deteriorating. That cycle is coming to an end. The season is over. You are not intended to live in survival mode. You were not designed to keep your light muted so that others might feel comfortable in their smallness. You were born to ascend, and that ascent starts right now. You are entering a period in which things will begin to feel different. Not because you've changed, but because you've rediscovered your true self. You've had just enough contrast to appreciate what's next. You've shed just enough quiet tears to merit the overflow, but not yet. Every delay, every door that did not open, these were not penalties. They were setups. They were connecting you with a precise perfect moment, path, and blessing. And this is when you go from just enough to more than enough. From ignored to evident. From wanting to obtaining. From working for scraps. Walking into places where you are lauded without lifting a finger means you are no longer the one bearing the strain while others get the benefits. This is heavenly recompense. And it doesn't happen at random. It occurs when heaven decides it's your turn. Heaven has made its choice. It begins now. You may be asking how this transformation happened so quickly. Because when spiritual harmony occurs, time becomes unimportant. Manifestation does not follow the principles of rationality. It follows the laws of vibration. You vibrate differently. You are now exuding a sense of openness, strength, confidence, and preparedness. And when that frequency is broadcast throughout the cosmos, it responds with miracles. Not sometime, not eventually, but suddenly there will be signals. There will be synchronicity, an abrupt financial setback, a miraculous chance, a transformation in how others regard you, a phone call that unlocks the door, a check you did not anticipate, a chat that changes your life. Don't dismiss any of it as random. It is not random. This is confirmation. You've entered a time when benefits come seeking for you. You are no longer pursuing. You are appealing. And the beauty of this transition is that it is unconditional. It is not determined by whether others approve of you. It's not related to your previous blunders. It is not restricted by your background, experiences, or what others consider to be practical. This is a transition between you and the divine. And since it is spiritual, no worldly power can prevent it. Not now. Not anymore. You weren't designed to beg. You were not meant to suffer eternally. You were designed to overflow, to inspire, to stroll in luxury, not just physically, but emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. That indicates you now have peace. That implies pleasure is now yours. That indicates steadiness. Beauty and harmony are yours today. You've outgrown your previous bounds. Your reality must now match the magnitude of your spirit. Some individuals will not recognize you in this new season. Some may ask how you ascended so swiftly. Others will attempt to remind you of who you once were. But do not shrink. Do not explain. Do not apologize. Their bewilderment is not your problem. You are not the same person you were during your period of scarcity. You've been altered by fire. And those that rise from the flames have an unexplained fever. Your life will begin to appear easier. You've aligned, not gotten lazy. You are no longer going to pound your spirit into the dirt in order to acquire your value. You're already worthy. And since you've acknowledged the truth, luxury must await you. Doors will open without your knock. People will bless you without asking. The world will react to the energy you are now carrying. This is the season when your name is spoken in halls of opportunity, when your ideas attract resources, and where your very presence alters the environment. You have wept enough. You've doubted enough. You have waited long enough. The gates are open. The windows of heaven are open for you. And don't be shocked if it begins in the tiniest of ways. A chat, a compliment, a mood change, or an unexpected moment of serenity. That is how the energy travels first, quietly. But then it grows. It multiplies. It compounds. Before you know it, you'll be standing in locations you used to fantasize about, wearing clothes you couldn't afford, and living the life you could only imagine. This is the power of luxury. After a lack, it restores you to the fullness of life. You've reached the threshold. The chosen one. There is no turning back now. You have already shifted frequencies. And life has no option but to catch up. You're stepping through doors that formerly seemed impenetrable. You're seeing with eyes that no longer believe in boundaries. Your spirit has grown in stature, depth, and breadth. Everything around you reacts to this new version of you. And the reaction is plenty. The previous version of you. The person who accepted the bare minimum, adapted to delays, and normalized disappointment. That version dissolves it. No longer serves you. You are not who you were or where you have been. You're becoming more than anybody thought, even more than you anticipated from yourself. And that is the miracle. You are entering overflow not by forcing it, but by aligning with it. This transformation isn't about appearing to be wealthy. It is about remembering. You already are. You were born with priceless worth. Your energy is your money. Your faith is an investment. Your vision is your wealth. And now those internal riches are manifesting as physical ones. Money is finding you. Resources are surrounding you. People are siding with you. Not because you're pursuing them, but because you've become magnetic. Luxury is more than simply possessions. It's about the experiences. The luxury of tranquility. The comfort of waking up without dread. The comfort of knowing that your expenses are covered and your future is secured. The privilege of choosing happiness without shame. That type of richness, soul, profound spirit, and God-confirmed, is now yours. And the reason it is flowing so freely is because you have finally stopped rejecting your own power. You stopped requesting permission to live well. You quit playing little in order to make others comfortable. You gave up attempting to establish your value by unending effort. Because of this, the universe has answered. It took its inspiration from you. You answered yes to plenty, and abundance responded, I'm on my way, not in chunks or bits, but in waves. The first sign of a transformation will be in your inner world when your ideas change. Your options are shifting. Your limits are evolving. You will not tolerate the same disarray. You don't dwell in perplexity. You do not entertain. There is a lack of grounded talks. You're no longer explaining your criteria. This is what happens when royalty recalls its crown. It no longer apologizes for wanting more. Your environment will catch up. Your house will mirror the abundance of your spirit. Your connections will grow to match your new vigor. Your income will rise not because you are pursuing it, but because you have linked with a version of yourself that already has it. That version of you has always existed. You're just catching up now. You aren't manifesting anything outside of yourself. You're exposing the reality that was always hidden, and the following several weeks will provide confirmation. Someone will unexpectedly give assistance. An opportunity will arise. That seems to be custom-built for you. An old concern will be resolved without explanation. You will feel safe, valued, and sought by the divine. This is not at random. This is restoration. This is payback. Your spiritual heritage is being paid in. And here's the picked one. You don't owe anybody an apology for upgrading. You don't owe the past your allegiance. You don't owe the unhealed any consolation. You have paid your dues. You've remained loyal through hunger. You have honored your spirit. Even when everything was screaming for you to give up, you earned your new chapter with patience and hardship. That's why this luxury isn't superficial. It is sacrosanct. You will feel inclined to shrink. Don't. You will be inclined to procrastinate. Don't. You will be tempted to minimize your benefits so that others do not feel excluded. Don't. You are not accountable for how others perceive your shine. You are still accountable for shining, since your light is for more than just yourself. It sends a message to others that rising is possible. You will start to realize how differently you are treated. Where you were previously neglected, you will now be praised. Where you were sacked, now you will be consulted. Where you were passed over, now you will be sought, because the cosmos always rewards people who respect themselves. And you've decided to respect who you're becoming. There is no longer place for the poverty mentality. You aren't impoverished. You were never impoverished. Your financial account may have looked one way, but your soul has always been full. You've always been plentiful. It just took this point in time to unlock it. This isn't about ego. This is about the embodiment. You represent what it means to be affluent in all aspects of life. Prepare for things to move swiftly now. Delays will end. Confusion will subside. Clarity will appear. The appropriate individuals will find you. The correct rooms will welcome you. You won't have to hurry for a place at the table. Your presence will create new tables. And when you sit, you will know you belong. There will be no imposter syndrome this season. You have earned every inch of your elevation. You will wake up one day and understand what has transpired. You're living the life you hoped for. The tranquility you once imagined is the quiet that greets you each morning. The bank balance you envisioned is now shown on your screen. The ideal cities you wrote about are suddenly knocking on your door. This isn't luck. This is the divine rule manifesting itself through you. You are now functioning in a new spiritual economy than the one that previously governed your constraints, delays, and misgivings. It no longer has power over you. The shortage was never your fate. It was a temporary teacher, a purifier, and a spiritual cleanse. It revealed who you are not in order to remind you of who you actually are. And now the time has come, where you will no longer be prepared for luxury. You are feeling it. You're no longer daydreaming. You're getting. Your feet are being put in previously inaccessible rooms. Your spirit has already opened the doors. Your mind is just starting to process. You're catching up with your future, and it greets you like royalty. There is a change in your stride. You have a calm voice. There is a knowing in your eyes. You don't panic when things change anymore, since you've learned. Luxury does not imply chaos-free. It signifies being protected in the midst of turmoil. The outside world can't unsettle you, since you're no longer looking for plenty. It is something you embody. You have ceased leaking energy. That explains why you feel more magnetic. Your aura is no longer spread, attempting to please or convince. You're focused. You and I are in agreement. You are polished. Everything flows toward you as a result of that energy. Not because you're altering reality, but because you've accepted the truth. You are deserving of plenty. Money is flowing in more easily, not just because of activity, but also due to alignment. You are no longer putting seeds in the incorrect soil. You no longer devote your time to those who do not see you. You've redirected your energies away from the depleting, ungrateful, and bewildered. The end outcome is power. Unshakable, grounded power. A kind of power that draws chances without asking. The type of strength that commands silently. Look around. Your surroundings will begin to adapt to your new level. You'll begin decluttering. You will discard what no longer reflects your future. Your tastes will develop. Your vision board will refresh itself. You'll no longer feel linked to what used to provide you solace in times of a shortage. You will choose tranquility over performance, simplicity over conflict, and quality over effort. Luxury does not imply excess. It's all about ease. You'll find you don't need the steps. You just need one proper step, divinely guided. You will cease running in circles and begin walking straight lines. This is an upgrade, not just in your environment, but also in how you make decisions. You will proceed with clarity. You will talk with conviction. You'll make a confident decision. No more hesitating. No more second-guessing. No more delays. You're no longer in a holding pattern. You are currently in an activation season. Things will accelerate. Blessings will collide. Prayers will appear in mid-sentence. Provisions will come before you can worry. Others will not understand it, but that is okay. This approach was never meant to make sense. It was about creating miracles. The chosen one. Your capacity to rest is a reflection of your progress. You are no longer agitated. You are no longer pursuing. You aren't grabbing or straining. You're sitting with conviction. And that stance is attracting the benefits you used to sweat for, since the inner peace you now possess is more potent than any amount of hustling. You have tapped into a magical source. You've connected to divine supply, and it's genuine. People will start to comment. You've changed. Allow them, because you have. You have outgrown survival mode. You've abandoned the identity that was based on misery. You issued a story that said, "This is just how it is." Number. That was never your whole tale. This was the first chapter, not the last one. And this new era is all about luxury at all levels. Luxury of thinking and luxury of time. The luxury of freedom. Luxury of tranquility. You now place a high value on your energy. You no longer have access to every draining scenario. Your spirit has become discriminating. That is why you are ascending. Not out of ego, but because of progress. Your funds are adapting to this shift. Your business is reacting. Your connections are reacting. Even your body is reacting. You feel lighter. You take deeper breaths. You grin without explanation. This represents plenty. It is healing you. It is filling up the gaps from your history. It makes you whole in areas you didn't realize were broken. Do not hurry through this period. Enjoy it. Soak up the gifts. Celebrate the simple indulgences like coffee, which tastes better. Your schedule. A moment of unexpected compassion. These aren't little. These are signals, clues from the cosmos, evidence of alignment, that you are precisely where you need to be. And there's more to come. You have not even scratched the surface yet. This luxury you're experiencing, it's the prelude, sample, and trailer to the whole movie of your life. There are still surprises ahead. Still, presents are being wrapped in the spirit for you. Still, possibilities remain concealed in plain sight. And when you sit deeper in faith, it all becomes more real to you.